I don't know what the fuck we're supposed to say. What do you think?
Yeah, okay, I know what we're talking about. What pisses us off? You know what pisses me?
We gotta do the intro.
Right.
So,
by now, if you watch the videos, you know who we are.
We're Saturday Night Live.
Asshole, Mr. I'm so perfect, and me.
The Dick.
Yeah.
He's that guy, the Dick. And we're coming at you live from Saturday night. We're not in New York. Fuck that.
We're at MJ.
Listen, we ain't from New York. We ain't straight out of Compton. We from Alabama. We straight from the South.
Oh yeah.
This is how we do things.
That's how we do things in the South.
Yeah.
Today in the shop, we're gonna talk about stuff. Yeah, that's very vague.
Nazi stuff?
No, we'll leave that when your brother comes to town. What? You claimed he's a Nazi. That's your dark, shameful secret, isn't it?
Yes, but that's family secret. They don't need to know about that.
Well, you told me.
Right.
Basically, we're going to talk about stuff that y'all can relate to.
Alright. The first thing we're going to talk about, what really pisses us off. Or, if you've watched Family Guy, what really grinds our gears.
Yeah.
So, Dick, you're up first.
Top three things we're talking about?
Yeah, top three.
Okay, number 3 thing, this one I can let slide, squeakers on Xbox. Everybody's run into them. You know what a squeaker is. If you don't know what a squeaker is, it's...
Go play Call of Duty Online.
Yes. Okay. What's your one that you can probably get away with?
Yeah, what's number 3 for you?
Yeah.
Do y'all really want to know what number 3 is?
No.
Oh God, hit the deck, he's going to explode.
Or should I even do it?
Go. Preach it, man. Preach it. Dare.
All you Bo Leavers out there, that's number 3 for me. Bo Dallas. God.
You gotta believe.
Man, MJ hasn't believed in a minute.
Listen, I'm going to keep this short and sweet because we ain't got all night. But we watch Monday Night Raw. I hate Bo Dallas.
I hate him with passion.
I would take The Miz and his moneymaker over
To the viewers at home,
Bo Dallas. Like, seriously?
To the viewers at home, please note that Ron has the biggest man crush on The Miz and his moneymaker.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started. Okay, number 3, Bo Dallas.
What about you, MJ?
Number 3, I'm just gonna flat out say
that Beast. Kingdom.
Be specific.
Kingdom.
Number 3 for me, society. I hate how you people just peg celebrities. People that don't even do jack shit.
Amen.
Peg them up as decorated icons and idols and shit. Especially people like you who put up Kanye West, who is the worst human being on the face of the earth.
I like Kanye.
He's got good music. I won't deny that. But as a person, he's the worst piece of trash on the face of the earth. And I don't care if he comes after me for saying that.
The only reason people
America.
like Kanye now is because of his rants.
What?
Our guns.
What guns? We're not threatening anybody with guns. Shut up.
For defense.
Shut up.
What is your number 3?
He already said it's number 3. What's number 2 for you? Shit.
Your personality. I hate the way when I ask you simple, straightforward questions like, what do you feel like for dinner tonight? And you're just like, food!
Sustenance, nutrition, protein, nourishment.
What about you?
Number 2, what irks my nerves? What really doesn't twinkle my...
What sinks in Titanic?
What does not cream your Twinkie?
Number 2 is people who talk on those stupid, lame Bluetooth headsets and you think they're talking to you. Because trust me, I be at work and I hear people talking about, yeah, man, you know, I was at the party last night, or I was at work.
I'm on my Bluetooth.
Yeah, like I can't stand that.
Shut up. No, not you.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Like, I think you're talking to me, but you on the phone. That is so stupid.
You talking to him? Huh?
Yeah. Are you talking to me or are you talking to your grandma? Like, seriously. That's the number 2 thing that bothers me.
Alright, number 2 thing that bothers me
They're
is
lame.
country music these days. Country music sold out. It started out with just a bunch of guys sitting on the front porch singing about life, and their darling who likes to eat. I mean,
my big old fat ass baby loves it.
Yeah, I mean, it started out as just people telling stories, but now you got crap. If you ask me, the greatest country music artist of all time, Man in Black, Johnny Cash. Never go wrong. All right. So, Dick, what pisses you off the most? Your face.
No.
Well, you've argued me, so go.
That's a tough one. I would have to say, I don't know. Those other two kind of summed it up.
Do you have nothing that pisses you off? What about when your brother plays Nazi pranks on you?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. The super competitiveness between rival schools, especially your Alabama-Auburn games. I'm not going to go into detail. I know it offends a lot of you too, but, Yeah,
I mean, because, I can agree. Even with the black colleges, if one school loses, especially for you die-hard fans out there, no matter what school you go to, whether it's a black school, white school, whatever, why do y'all take it so serious? It's not the end of the world. I mean, you got showed up by the other team. Take it as a loss, suck it up, move on. That's all I got to say.
Pick up what you've lost. Make notes.
Yeah.
Pick what you've lost.
Yeah.
I mean, turn it into a positive.
That's why they call it the film room. You go in there, watch film on the mistakes
why
you made.
you fucked up. Why did you fuck up? Learn why you fucked up, and make sure you don't fuck up the same way next week.
Exactly.
A Hail Mary that's overthrown, next week it'll be a Hail Mary that just drops into their hands.
Make sure
the week after
at
that.
least underthrown.
Or why didn't the offensive line create space for the running back to score down the field?
Why didn't the mascot charge the field?
Why does the coach eat grass?
Why do people care?
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
I mean,
What about you, Rod? What do you hate more than anything else in this world?
It's so many things that I hate, including the two I've named, but the number one thing that really irks my nerves is people who drive nice cars, but yet they go to the grocery store and pay for their food with food stamps.
And they house look like crap because they don't respect themselves, they don't respect me.
Okay, I can understand if you make a certain amount of money and, you don't want to spend as much as you make or whatever the case may be. But let me tell you something. Don't come to the grocery store, and I've seen this plenty of times. Don't come to the grocery store driving in a nice Cadillac Escalade, Mercedes-Benz, whatever the case may be, or a Lexus. And you paying for steak or whatever with food stamps. That don't make sense to me. That's just taken away from everybody else.
Yeah, that really shows that people just don't take priorities into check.
Yeah, because that don't
Those
add
people
up.
can die in a fire.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, you're mixing luxury with welfare.
To add on to that, something that really pisses me off. You see people driving around in junkers. And when I mean junker, I mean it looks like they went to a fucking scrapyard, paid $50 for a car, drove it out of the scrapyard, went to a tire shop and bought
rims.
A set of $2,000 rims when you could have got a nice, affordable, semi-acceptable vehicle, one that's not going to break down on you. But instead, you're going to go get, some 30-inch rims that are worth more than your whole entire car.
And
you could at least put that money to take that car, that junker, and fix it up into something acceptable.
And now your car looks like a doggone army tank, and then when you try to turn the curve, you got to make a full turn.
Yeah.
Junkers with rims on it, it just looks like polished dog turd. It looks shiny, but it's still crap.
Anyway, we're kind of getting off topic here. What about you? What do you hate so much in this world that you wouldn't care if they died?
Your face. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
No, I'm just kidding.
People who take Call of Duty far too seriously for what it is. It's a damn game.
Not even a great game.
Yeah. I mean, I can admit that I've gotten pissed off and I've raged at some games, but that's because I make stupid mistakes. Or the game is bending me over and hiding me from terrorists underneath the desk.
Yeah, and that's the same way what we talked about earlier.
Screw Dark Souls.
And that's the same way we talked about earlier with football. It's just a football game. It's not the end of the world if your team loses.
I mean, I get mad, but then I just take the game out of the case, I throw it down, I forget about it for a month or a week later.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we're going to dive right into our next topic, why TV sucks these days.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm going to start this off, okay?
Please do.
TV sucks these days so hard. I mean, so hard.
How hard does it
So hard.
suck?
How hard?
Like a Hoover?
So hard that it would give the iron rod the runs.
So hard that it would make somebody's body explode.
No, it's just the thing is, here's what people care about these days. Crappy dramas that are just so stupid.
Mhm.
I don't know. Even the crime shows have become predictable.
Yeah.
You see the guy, and you see the person. I mean, you don't know he did it yet because you haven't seen the full episode. But you see the guy, and you're just like, that guy did it. And it turns out, yeah, that guy did do it. And
Or
you're just
like
called it.
Or like you're looking at the opening credits to a show, and you know they're like investigating a murder, and the suspect winds up being the guy who's the most famous.
That's why I don't even watch the crime shows. Like like for example, the original Law and Order. Me and my grandma could we could sit there and just watch that all day. My grandma loves Law and Order.
You never know.
Yeah, you
what.
can never know. Like the new ones, like you said, you know what's gonna happen.
You've seen
before
the
it happens.
same thing happen on 8 other shows.
Yeah.
Now I can say one crime show that's always enjoyable to watch: White Collar. That is an enjoyable show to watch because it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Not just that, but it also makes you laugh.
As far as what I think about TV today, I mean, I don't really think it is. It doesn't matter what your cable provider is. You're gonna get over 100 channels.
You're gonna get spoon-fed crap.
Yeah, you're gonna get over 100 channels with nothing on.
Yeah.
And then even in the TV shows that do come on those channels have been dumbed down so much. I know back when I was younger, TV shows actually made sense. Today, they have to make TV shows for the people who have ADD or the people who can't get sophisticated humor like in the previous shows that used to come on.
Yeah, like, you know, if I could chime in on that, like, I mean, there are actually some shows that are good, you know, not all of them, but there are some that are good.
Like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
I love
Good
watching
show.
that. It is good.
Good show.
Like, I was watching this one show called Sisterhood of Hip Hop. It was talking about, like, aspiring artists, like, trying to make a name for themselves. Like, they don't need major record labels to put them out there and have them make a name for themselves. Other than that, it's just watered down garbage. That's basically what it is, watered down garbage.
And the other stuff that's polluted on TV is basically crappy contest shows like American Idol. They put people up there who, you know, who think they can sing, and the people who sing, but they eliminate the people who can actually sing, and keep the people who can't sing, all because, they got sex appeal.
Yeah,
they look good.
Yeah.
They sound like crap. We're just going to mess around with them on the soundboard.
And my thing is, I asked this question the other day, where do they find these people at for these shows?
They dig them up from the biggest cities, like, she was the most popular one in high school. That's it. We're making her famous.
Yeah, like, I mean, like
or
I said.
Or some of these artists that come out are products of the Disney machine. They suck.
Yeah, like.
But they look good just
because
the image.
Just because they have that look. Like, none of them have that look or that whip appeal. You feel me?
I mean, in the music industry, way back when, they didn't care about luck. If you could shred on the guitar, you were golden.
Yeah.
If you had actual talent, you were golden. Now it's just, you're on TV, you made a name for yourself, come on, let's go. You can sing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Miley Cyrus or Hannah Montana, whatever the hell she wants to call herself. She was on TV before she sung, and then she started singing. Now, look at her. She's just a train wreck. She's the next Lindsay Lohan.
I'd say she's the next Britney.
Lohan was worse.
Well, at least Miley Cyrus ain't shaved her head yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
But she did twerk that cardboard ass on TV. I was appalled by that. I literally wanted to vomit.
Well, I just hope and pray she keeps her head on straight and just do what she does. So.
Anyway, the other thing that's on TV that's just spoon-fed down us is these crappy shows that you watch them and you feel like your IQ drops. Like they have to make the characters so stupid.
Like that. The thing, and I know what you're saying there, but I'm kind of gonna
go ahead.
Today's TV, if I could sum it up in 3 different television series, you've got your teen moms, you've got your CSIs, and your NCISs.
NCIS is actually pretty good. I won't lie, it's actually good.
The original one is good.
Yeah.
And then you've got your
American Idol.
Your contests.
Yeah.
I'm gonna group that in with the Teen Mom stuff because that's just overplayed.
Yeah.
And then you've got your
reality.
Some of the reality stuff is actually good. The Discovery Channel shows, like all these new like naked shows that are popping up, like Naked and Dating, Naked and Scared, Naked and Afraid, Naked Dating, Naked Survival.
I don't know. I forget what channel it is. They got a good show coming out. It's like Live Free or Die. That's actually pretty inventive in case
and like
something happens.
if I could also chime in, like I'm a big fan of the Food Network. I used to watch Food Network.
I can't watch Food Network. It makes me hungry.
Like I used to watch what's that show? Ace of Cakes, where they used to make those awesome cakes.
Oh yeah.
And the original Iron Chef. I used to just beat all of them.
Oh, if you want to talk about food shows, Cake Boss. That dude does some crazy
Iron Chef Morimoto was my hero, man. He's over there. He's got the big ass like fillet knives there, about that big.
Yeah.
He's over there just like going to town with fish.
I used to love Food Network, but now it's like I don't even watch it because like.
You're talking about like
makes me hungry.
What's that show that my mom likes? Cowboys and Barbecue or what? It's about the lady whose family runs a ranch, and all the show is about her making food for them.
Yeah.
And I mean, now they have to make food shows with an actual story behind each episode. Like, oh, they've got to get up and move the cattle out to graze today, and so I'm gonna make them like apple fritters.
Yeah.
My food shows do not need a story.
Sooner or later,
show me what you're gonna make and then make it.
Sooner or later, they're going to combine like Law and Order making a cooking show. It's like, there's a cereal suspect on the loose. Yeah, he's killing everybody with cereal.
Yeah, he's added so much sugar to the food.
We got to make them like bacon and eggs in order to solve this mystery.
Basically, if we could all sum this up, what we're saying is...
TV is crap.
TV is not only crap, it's watered down garbage that nobody cares about. Especially nowadays, everybody's so into... And I'm not going to lie, I watch the Kardashians. I'm not going to lie.
I can't stand it.
I'm not going to lie, I watch the Kardashians, but that's what everybody cares about nowadays. Nobody cares about what they're doing in their personal life because we got personal lives of our own. Overall, like we said, TV is watered down garbage and it makes us not want to watch.
There's a few hidden gems amongst TV. I won't lie. Regular show?
Yeah.
That's really good. I mean, it's really stupid, but it appeals to us 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Speaking of appealing shows, well, this is the perfect segue into our next segment.
Our last segment.
Our last segment for this video, which is today's TV is horrible.
Yeah.
But the TV of yesteryear from our childhoods
now that was great.
Was on a whole different level than what today's TV is.
And I want to interject for a second because this is actual fact. Saturday morning cartoons, you get up in your PJs, you go eat, pour up like a big ass bowl of cereal, watch TV at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and you're
those are dead.
That was the only reason why I would get up on a Saturday. Otherwise, as soon as they stopped doing that, I just slept in.
Yeah, I get up at like 2 in the afternoon.
Like I would get up and watch TV till my mom would be like, boy, go outside, or can't you find something else to watch?
Saturday morning cartoons are dead. Now it's educational programming. And not even good educational programming.
On that note, that's why I play video games. This TV's crap today.
Yeah, like, for example, like, I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but, like, even, like, during the school year, like, I used to get up and watch music videos.
Oh, yeah.
If I wasn't watching ESPN, I used to get up and watch music videos. And my mom would be like, boy, can't you find something else to watch? That was good TV.
That was back when MTV actually meant music.
MTV actually played freaking music. Now it's all about your teen moms and your 16 and pregnant.
They played music in the shows, just in the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then,
Butthead played upcoming artists and artists that needed a bigger fan base because they were really good. Played it during the TV show.
Now, I will say this for MTV. They do play music and music videos.
But
that's like 2 to 3 a.m.
Yeah, like,
come on.
you be in the bed, like, they used to play music videos as soon as I got up in the morning, like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then you have your little stupid shows on. Like, come on, that was good TV.
So, before we start, raging and going off topic, let's get back to what we really wanted to talk about. What we wanted to talk about is our favorite television shows when we were younger. Okay. How about you, MJ? You want to start us off?
Saturday morning.
And to keep this short, why don't you give your top 5?
Top 5? Oh, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Why don't we make it 10?
Okay, top 10.
10's a fair number. Okay. I remember waking up Saturday mornings. Me and my sister used to wake up Saturday mornings. And the shows we used to watch, we would start the morning, we'd watch stuff, and all of the shows I'm going to name are on my top 10 list. No particular order, just 10. Yeah. Right. First thing we'd watch, Batman the Animated Series, one of the greatest superhero cartoons ever.
Oh, yeah.
Superhero?
Yeah.
Really?
Batman is a superhero.
Yeah, Batman is a superhero.
Superhero as in, he's the ultimate good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, what made this show great? The art style. The voice actors. And on top of that, Danny Elfman writing the whole soundtrack to the show.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Remember watching the original Pokemon. The first season.
That first season.
Yeah, that first season.
I love Pokemon.
Watching Yu-Gi-Oh! The first season of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, yeah.
That's what sold me on Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I was like, that blue eyes white dragon, that's my monster right there. I want some Yu-Gi-Oh! cards. Let's see, what other stuff do I remember? Static Shock.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one, Static Shock. Then when the cartoons in the early morning would go off at like 10, 11 o'clock, we'd go to Cartoon Network. We'd watch stuff like Looney Tunes. Man, if you didn't watch Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry,
you missed out on your childhood.
Something was wrong.
Your childhood was deprived.
Yeah. Anyway, used to watch Batman Beyond. That was my favorite Batman show of all time.
That Joker gang. That Joker gang. Oh my God, that Joker gang.
Oh yeah. And then that Villain's Light.
Oh yeah.
I saw him. I was like, oh, dang. This is my shit. This is my shit. And then I can't remember what else came on Cartoon Network that I liked, but late afternoons on Cartoon Network, I'd watch Dragon Ball Z. If you didn't watch Dragon Ball Z,
if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Z yet, then you're missing one of the founding stones of what cartoons are based off.
Yeah,
of
like Dragon Ball Z was like the biggest thing back in the day.
Yeah, because I remember like being completely stupid and thinking I could do all Kamehameha.
Yeah, I remember being 7 or 8 years old, and I would run up to my parents and I would be like, "Oh, watch me power up!" And I would stand there and I would scream in front of them for a good 5 minutes, thinking I could turn into a Superman.
And then you shit your pants.
Like I remember like Dragon Ball Z, it was so huge. Like I remember people being in school like during class.
Oh yeah.
Drawing the characters. They had the cards.
Yeah, being on the playground, you'd be like, "Hey man, we're gonna be the Super Saiyans. You go over there and be the bad guy. We're gonna come over there and kill you."
They had the action figures.
Oh,
I know I used to draw the characters like Dragon Ball Z was.
Let's see.
It was the shit.
Other stuff I used to watch that really I loved during childhood. Big O.
Oh yeah.
As a kid, I thought, wow, this is really cool.
But now when you watch it again, there's so much. Yeah, that's so much stuff that you didn't understand.
I don't even remember that.
No, it's just like everybody in this city had amnesia from.
Spoiler! Don't give away the plot.
That's backstory. Anyway, 40 years ago, something happened. People can't remember it, and now they recover memories.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, watch it. It will mess with your head. It's got that old school Batman noir style, where one of the characters just psychologically messes with the main character. Okay. Something else I remember watching, the X-Men cartoon from the 80s.
Yeah.
That was really good, because, I mean, what sold it was Wolverine sitting there chopping down Sentinels that are like 6 times his size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that show had it all. And then number 10, Spider-Man, the new animated series from the 90s. That badass guitar
That's the
solo.
one that came on with Spider-Man.
No, not that one.
Now that one I remember.
It was shredding guitar.
Yeah, it has him swinging through the city with that old school campy comic book kind of art style.
No. It looked like modern edgy kind of art style. You know, it had like Venom and Carnage and those.
Yeah, when it came on, it showed him like Venom eating the TV screen, and it showed Spider-Man in the symbiote suit.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one episode they actually made a reference to Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Like when Peter Parker got the symbiote suit, he's like, "Turn me into Steven Tyler." At the time, I was like, I don't know who that is. But then I saw it, I was like, oh yeah. Well, that one episode where they fourth wall broke. And, Spider-Man met Stan Lee.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. But yeah, what shows do you remember watching, Rod?
Man, it's so many from back in my day, back in our day. If I could, no particular order, number 10, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Which one? The original season?
Now, I watched the original, the Ninja, the Space. I think after the Space, I just quit watching because it got
You talking about all the ones that had Tommy in it?
Yes.
Like the green, he was the Green Ranger, the White Ranger,
the Black Ranger.
The Black Ranger.
No, they had the black guys, the Black Ranger.
No. In Dino Force, he was black. He was the Black Ranger.
He was the Black Ranger?
Yeah, Dino Force.
Oh yeah, but the original he was just a white and green.
No, in the original he was
green. He was
green because he could summon the Godzilla droid.
Yeah, and then later on he was the White Ranger.
Yeah, during the movie, like he became the White Power Ranger.
Yeah,
this is like reborn. Then like later on he became the leader of one of the other Power Ranger groups.
I remember one episode where he had his little droid or whatever.
Yeah,
and he turned against his team, the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And his Megazord killed the other Megazord.
Yeah, the Dragon Sword.
Yeah.
I don't remember that show. It was so crappy. Anime vibe.
No, you go back and watch it now and you're like, as a kid, you're just, oh man, they're cutting each other down with swords. And you go watch it today and you're like, that sword just like bent in half.
Yeah.
Spark still came out of that dude's
because it was so fake. Like,
yeah.
But when you were a kid, you were like, dang, that was real.
What I remember about Power Rangers was like, my sister was into it. You know, I barely knew what was going on.
Yeah.
No, it's just like she was laying on the floor watching it. I see them like beat each other up. I'm just like, you know what? I got to try something. So I ran. I just like body splashed on my sister. I was like, yeah.
Let's see,
well, she was wheezing, but you know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Number 9. This is like the animated play version of professional wrestling. Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh yeah.
Who didn't like Celebrity Deathmatch? I remember when they had Stone Cold on there.
Oh yeah.
It was so bad. Like, I remember when it first came on, I was like, what is this? This is wrestling. Like, and then they started ripping each other's body parts off.
And each episode when it came on was about the celebrities who were in the news when that episode was on.
Yeah, like they actually made today's news, like if it was still on, like today's news into real life fight.
I remember one episode I caught. Like I didn't fully watch it, but I remember the show, the premise of the show. Like I remember one episode, I forget who was in it, but I think it was a reference to one of their movies.
Yeah.
They spun a wheel. It's like, cancer, screw that. I'm just gonna cut you in half.
Yeah, like
I was like,
I mean, they would like cut each other's head off, and then they would just do so many crazy things. I just love Celebrity Deathmatch. Let's see. Number 8 was Pokemon, the original Pokemon.
Yeah.
Number 7, Doug. I love.
You like Doug funny?
I love that theme song. Every time that show came on, they always had a little line and his dog come out there. And he had a crush on, what's her name?
Patty Mayonnaise.
And his best friend's name was Skeeter. And you don't get that until you get older. But his best friend's name was Skeeter.
And the bully was named Roger.
Oh, yeah.
You would mess with him so bad, like, it would be funny. Like, even today, you'd be like, your best friend's name is Skeeter.
And the girl you like's name is Patty Mayonnaise.
Patty Mayonnaise. She's named after a hamburger and a jar of mayonnaise. Like, really? And he had the biggest crush on her. Like,
don't forget that he was also Quail Man.
Yeah, he's Quail Man. He wore like a belt on his head. He wore like underwear.
And his sister
was a hipster.
Yeah. His sister was so weird. I love this sister.
She was like one of those poetry slam hipsters that have like the ball goes.
Yeah, like
I was like, what is her deal? I don't
Yeah,
get
like,
it.
she would always wear that hat and the glasses and play the little, like, dude, are you high?
And she was talking like she's emo. She was like, yeah, you should go do that. I was like,
Dig
what's
it,
going
man.
on?
Far out. Dig it, man.
Yeah, like, I'm like, bitch, is you high? What's wrong with you?
Maybe.
But then again, that's another one of those things that you don't. That's that highbrow, sophisticated, above the rim comedy that you don't get, that you wouldn't get as a kid until you go back and watch it today.
Yeah,
no,
but-
it's just the shows we watched as kids. They weren't allowed to make sense. Making sense was forbidden.
Yeah.
They did stupid stuff.
But,
Like Tom and Jerry, they get specked with an anvil and they're still coming back for more. It was not supposed to make sense.
now, Tom and Jerry, no, that's another show I watched. Tom and Jerry's number 6. Number 5, y'all remember that show Daria on MTV?
Oh yeah.
I never watched that.
I love Daria. Oh my God, like she would be like the laid back girl.
Yeah.
I feel like every guy would be with, cause she'd just be like, they'd be like, Daria, where's your homework? I don't know.
I don't know.
And her friend was laid back too. I think she was high too, cause they'd just be like, whatever. And everybody else just be like, oh,
and none of those episodes had any plot at all.
Yeah,
it was just like everyday life.
Yeah, like everyday life. They just go to school, go home, go to parties, go home.
Yeah.
Just do it all over. Just normal, like real life. I just love that show. Like, I wish they had that show on today. Let's see, number 4. The Proud Family.
Proud Family. With Wizard
Wizard
Kelly,
Kelly,
y'all.
Yeah. Wasn't that the one where they never showed his head?
Yeah, like all they showed was like his chin.
Yeah. And whenever they said his name, they'd say it, Wizard Kelly, y'all.
Yeah, he'd be always spinning the basketball.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what does this dude look
He'd
like?
come and be like, hey, y'all.
Yeah, like, it was so crazy. Like,
It's just like some of the best cartoons didn't show like the adults. Like it didn't show like their heads.
Yeah.
Like the mom and dad from Cow and Chicken never showed what their faces looked like.
yeah.
The mayor's secretary from Powerpuff Girls, they didn't show her hair. They just showed like a giant mess of hair.
Yeah. Like, what's another one? Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls, hell yeah.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Dexter's Lab.
That's no lie. I used to do the monkey all the time.
If you didn't do the monkey, something was wrong.
Oh my God.
I used to sit there and like, yeah, do the shit.
I want to know what he looked like without those glasses. They never showed him without his glasses.
No, like
And his ultimate weakness. I mean, he was trying to be the ladies' man. He was trying to be a playboy, but his only weakness was if his hair got messed up. If you mess up his hair, he just like that switch turned off, and he was just like down on his whole life.
Yeah, it'd just be like,
I remember like he used to come up with some corny catchphrases. Every time he'd see himself in the mirror, he was like, "Oh my God, 911! I see an attractive man in the mirror." Oh wait, that's just me.
yeah, like it would be so corny. Like Johnny Bravo was like the cheesy, lame guy that would say the crappiest lines to girls, and they never fall for it.
And you actually learned a life lessons from that show. And a lot of people don't like to recognize it, but there is no telling the countless women he was turned down by. But he never gave up.
He came back for more.
Yeah.
His technique was screwed, but he never quit.
Like, if you think about it, Johnny Bravo, like you said, he never gave up. Johnny Bravo, regardless of if he got women or not, he was a true player.
Oh, yeah.
And
Like,
I just thought that. As we grow up, things start to change, but they also start to stay the same.
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo never changed.
Never changed.
Think about it. You watch Family Guy. Quagmire is the more successful Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Because he's getting the women. He never quits, but he's just tapping that every night.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Bravo, he tried his hardest. Like, that's one thing you don't see in real life. Like, even guys or girls, like, if you like somebody, you're going to try your hardest to be with that person and get with that person. Like, Johnny Bravo never gave up, and I salute Johnny Bravo for that.
Although I didn't like how he was a skirt chaser. I'm a gentleman, but come on. Skirt chasing, there's got to be a limit.
Yeah, and like, didn't he stay with his mama?
Yeah.
Then, as a matter of fact, he called her mama.
He was like, hey, mama.
Yeah. And number 1, man, there's so many shows that I forgot to put on my list. Number 1, and I'm telling you, if you did not watch this show, you had a deprived childhood. Man, you shouldn't even be allowed to watch TV. Number 1 on my list, Beavis and Butthead.
That was like be all end all like animated cartoon. And the reason what made it so good was the humor in it was so way over your head. As a kid, that humor was way over your head. You go back and watch it now, and you're just like, I can't believe they put that in a children's cartoon and got away with it.
No, it's just like, to me, it seems like an old school version of regular show. It was like regular show before it was regular show.
Yeah, and they like did stuff like in the show that they got away with that you couldn't get away with in real life. Like they would just say, they would go to the restaurant and just say the most obnoxious stuff to people,
Yeah,
and
like,
they just walk out and just be like,
I am the great Cornelio.
Yeah.
TV for popcorn.
and they get so mad and not do that. They just be like, I know these kids not just say this to
And
me.
their whole goal in life was to get laid.
Yeah.
And they never get laid.
Never got.
They got their asses kicked.
Yes.
And then the movie was so awesome.
Yeah.
Who didn't see that movie?
If you didn't see that movie, there was something
If
wrong.
you didn't watch Beavis and Butthead, period, the movie, your childhood was awful.
I don't know. The guy that did Beavis and Butthead, he went on to do King of the Hill. King of the Hill just felt like a subpar comedy compared to Beavis and Butthead.
I like King of the Hill.
I'll watch it, but
It can't beat Beavis and Butthead.
King of the Hill, a whole lot has some funny moments,
Yeah.
especially with Dale Gribble. Yeah, the guy who's always paranoid, talks like this, wears a hat.
Like all they do is stand in the yard and drink beer.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do on a daily basis. Yeah.
But like
Except for we drink Mountain Dew.
yeah, that's
Depends on who you are.
They don't even know that.
I'm secretly running for Mountain Dew King.
Anyway,
It is
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to narrow it down. I'm not even going to do a top 10. I'm going to do some be-all, end-all shows. If you haven't seen them, you seriously missed out on some funny stuff as a kid.
I don't know. I probably missed out on some of these shows that you're about to say.
And you may think that the name of this show was actually was stupid for what it was, but if you've never seen it, I highly suggest you, if you can find it, watch it. And that would be Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers was so hilarious.
Dude, the funny part about that show to me was, what was the brown beaver's name?
Daggett, yeah.
Yeah, Daggett used to say some funny ass shit. It just made me laugh.
And like they'd have the coolest theme song, and like my cousin loved that show.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Another one. And this one was, it was a bit far-fetched, but I still remember the opening to it to this day, and that is Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
Alone in the world, Cat Dog.
Dude, Cat used to treat dogs so bad.
And Dog used to keep coming back for more.
Another good show. And, you know, I'm not doing these in any specific order. Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy had more of that over-your-head humor as a kid. There was so much innuendo. Innuendo. That is more of an adult cartoon than anything else.
Like, one part was like, they were playing baseball. It's just like, I want to be the catcher.
Yeah, like going back to Beavis and Butthead, like, I would watch Ren and Stimpy more than I did Beavis and Butthead. It's like my mom wouldn't even let me watch Beavis and Butthead, but I still watch it.
My dad wouldn't let me watch Ren and Stimpy. So I will attest that.
Yeah.
I know the show, but...
Yeah.
Winding down the list, another well-known, you may never heard of before, Real Monsters. That one had some gross-out humor for a kid's cartoon.
They got creative with these monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they had a monster who had held his eyeballs all the time. I mean, that's creative.
And they had a monster with just lips.
Yeah.
Let's see, another one, another cartoon that was really good, Dexter's Laboratory. I mean, still, Mandark is one of my favorite characters.
No, it's just...
and his sister was so mean to him. Like, I went at Walmart, they had Dexter's Lab, I think seasons 4 and 5 on DVD. They literally got it in stock.
And Mandark's mom and dad were like hippies.
Yeah.
And he's like evil scientist. No, it's just Dexter's Lab. A couple of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, Adult Swim put out an unaired episode of Dexter's Lab. It's on YouTube, you know. Just type in Dexter's Lab unaired episode. Basically, this was packed to the grim with both of them cursing. Like, Dee Dee called Dexter a four-eyed little fuck. They didn't say the word. They left it bleeped out. But yeah, we're derailing off subject.
The final two are a toss-up. I mean, we took in a lot of your time. I mean, we've got to go. We've got other stuff we have to do. But
I got shits to take.
The final two toss-up, and I would say that either one could be number one, and that's going to be Invader Zim and Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
One thing I remember about Invader Zim was retarded, but Gurr was even more retarded, and he'd say funny stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be rolling on the ground laughing, like he'd be like, "Piggy!"
Yeah.
So stupid. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy had that gross humor that was over your head, but it was still hilarious. And some of the music they had was really good.
The music they had was really good.
Like the Brain song.
Oh,
brains, brains, I want brains. You know, that old school jazz kind of feel. I liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just old school cartoons. Really, really good childhood memories there. However, there's few and far between.
Yeah.
Nowadays, cartoons have to demean themselves.
They have to pander to.
They have to drop the bar.
Yeah, they have to. The bar is sunken so low on today's cartoons. I mean, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I mean, you may like these, you may not like these, but some good examples. Clarence.
Oh, definitely
Clarence. Steven Universe just seems kind of like hit and miss all the time.
Yeah.
Uncle
Grandpa is another.
Uncle Grandpa is actually, some of those are actually really good.
Yeah, but then there's hit and miss
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think my sister watches those.
That was a show that was really good back when it was on Chowder.
Oh yeah.
Because they used to make stupid jokes that, you know, at first you didn't think about it, but then they just, like, Chowder was eating a pickle. It's just like, you know, he's explaining his problem. It's just like, that's quite a pickle you got there. It is.
Yeah.
But what about my problem?
Yeah.
I used to love watching Chowder. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's like we just taking up so much of your time, but it, you know, it's just bringing back memories of, you know, what TV meant to us, what life meant to us. So,
yeah.
You know, whether you like, whether you agree with what we said or not, you know, it is what it is. So,
I mean, you know, like I said, we got stuff to do, so we're not going to take any more of your time.
So,
and on an extra note, the bars dropping solo is because of censorship.
Yeah,
and
you know,
the FCC is really just cracking down on this stuff.
And parents.
And why?
Parents are so sensitive these days. It's just like it just makes you want to stop watching television.
Parents are so sensitive. Why have they got rid of SpongeBob? SpongeBob has scientifically proven to make you retarded, or at least drop your IQ.
That's why I don't watch SpongeBob. But you know,
I watch SpongeBob, but only the YouTube folks, because
yeah. But you know, we can go on and on all night. But like we said, we got stuff to do and stuff.
Another
like that.
thing, why are they just cracking down on censorship?
Another subject, another time.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be advertisement for us.
Yeah.
Watch this. If you see this video, subscribe. Hit that red button there. Go to our Facebook, like our page, follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. What do you mean?
Twitter. My bad. Twitter.
Yeah.
And go to our website on Shifter.
Yeah.
Come on, folks. We need more stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an Instagram coming soon. Coming soon, maybe. I don't know. Probably.
Don't forget our partner in crimes.
Don't forget our partner in crime, Sarah at Dorkopedia. She may be out of the loop because she's still getting things settled, but go watch her stuff. They are funny. You'll be on your ass for hours laughing.
Oh yeah.
Because she's so crazy. She's like us. In fact, she's worse than us. I get scared of her sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. This has been...
You're an ass.
Thank you, you're an ass.
The Iron Rod.
And asshole.
What just dropped?
Yeah.
I think this rough toad is cracking under Rod's fat ass.
Cracking under the weight of his iron rod.
So, we'll see you next time on In the Shop.